Hello there. Welcome to Shay's house. I'm so glad y'all come to see me. Come on inside. Let's see what I'm up to today. Come on in. Hello friends. Welcome to Tuesday. I'm working on some dishes slowly but surely. Albert and Elizabeth has took Junior to the vet. And I say it is about time. Bless his heart, it is suffering. Suffering really, really bad. He just is like a constant. He can't get, he hacks, Elizabeth, I hold him and rub his throat. And as long as she rubs his throat, he don't do that. But as soon as she stops, it's a you know, like he can't breathe. And then lately he's been kind of throwing up or trying to throw up and not really, seems like not really having anything in him to throw up. And lately when we feed him by our hand, and this is usually not him, something that he used to never do before, is he's like grabbing it out of our hand and scraping our fingers with his teeth because, I don't know, yeah, it's like he's starving or something. And he used to never do that. Because his throat had gotten so bad, they pulled the cone off of him for a little bit, but as soon as that cone was off, next thing we knew, we looked at him, and his whole entire back was nothing but red with blood. I don't know how he does it, how he reaches all back there, but so they had to kind of clean him up, put some medicine on him last night, put the cone back on him, and she had to hold him and rub his throat. And finally Albert talked her into taking him to the doctor today. So they called and got an appointment. I don't know, they found one somewhere in Slidell. And so Albert and Elizabeth had just left a little bit ago to take him to the vet. So I hope that they find out what's wrong with him. And I hope they can do something for him. Bless his heart. He's been suffering. And I don't know if I mentioned this to y'all, but his legs, his front legs, of course he bites and gnaws on them and makes them bleed. But I got to noticing they're like really, really swollen. And they're much bigger than his back legs. And so he's been limping, I've noticed. It's probably because his legs are swollen. But I've just noticed he's been limping pretty badly as he walks. And I just hope that they can figure it all out and help him. He has been so miserable, been suffering, and I've been miserable and suffering right along with him. So anyway, that's what's going on right now. So I'm gonna be working on dishes, and because hang on, I gotta sneeze. Because Albert went with Elizabeth, you know, he's been this morning working outside, working on swings and gliders. And so he's been carving out, you know, some things to go on the back of the swing and glider like he does. And then some of them, like names and things and certain parts of whatever it may be, he paints inside where he carved it out. So he was working on that. I think it was a name, and he was painting the inside of it. So now he's got it laying back there on my desk, and he told me when I got through working on dishes to sit down and paint the inside of the names. Finish painting them because he had started that. So, because he's having to quit work and go with Elizabeth to take Junior to the vet. So I gotta do that. I had another subscriber, but I get confused, but I guess I think it's YouTube messing things up for us again. I don't know, because I got to noticing, I used to have, I don't remember exact numbers now, but I used to have like a certain number of subscribers that it would show on my channel that subscribed to me. And then lately I've been noticing that number had backed down, like 1, 2, or 3, a little along the way. So then yesterday or last night I had an email saying that, now what's her name? I think it's Pink Fairy. Saying that Pink Fairy has subscribed to me. But if I'm not mistaken, I think she had already subscribed to me, So maybe maybe YouTube, those numbers going back, maybe YouTube, because, I've heard people say that YouTube has been taking some of their subscribers off or something, however you want to say it. Maybe YouTube had took her off and maybe she noticed it and resubscribed again, I mean, if YouTube is going to have this, and I think it's a wonderful website, social media thing, because I am loving vlogging and making videos and putting them up and watching all of the people's that I'm subscribed to videos, So I think that's great, or I wouldn't be on it doing this, But if they're gonna do this, they need to fix all their glitches and get it all right now. And stop messing people up. Let's see. I'm trying to think, seemed like there was something else I was gonna tell y'all about, or whatever, I don't know. I can't remember now. Today being Tuesday, my hobby that I set for me, do I sound silly to y'all when I do that and say that? I know I'm weird. I'm just a weird person. I set these crazy schedules for me and set a certain hobby for a certain day. Okay, at first, it goes well and I like it and I'm really loving it and it helps me out to kind of work a little bit on each of my stuff that I like to do and everything. Then after a while I get tired of the actual schedule and I'm not in the mood to do the actual hobby that I have set for that day or whatever, So I kind of start slacking and not doing it, and then I kind of start picking up and doing a different hobby on that day, but yet I still call that day for that hobby. It's like, once I get that set, it's like I cannot make myself change it for some reason. I don't know why I'm like that. I'm crazy and I'm retarded and I'm Looney Tunes. That's why. Sometimes I feel like I want to talk to some expert that knows how to analyze people. Explain to them how I am and what I do on some things, and have them to explain to me why I do that. There's got to be a reason. I got to be some type of a person, there's got to be a name for it. There's got to be an explanation. They got to explain to me why I do this and help me work through this with my mind, because sometimes going through all this, it literally exhausts my mind, to be honest with you. I need help, y'all. I need help. Okay. Until later, Hopefully in my craft room with something fun. Toodaloo. They're just hollering. Yeah, it's just the babies. The mama's not there. Look, they're hungry. I hope she comes back. Well, well, well. What if we've made her go away and not come back? Hello friends, Shay here. Okay, this is what we did. I got dressed a little bit earlier. Well, it was after we cooked supper and ate supper. It was dark when we left. But we went to Slidell into town and went to Walmart. There was some things I needed to pick up, you know, for the housewives, food, and just some toiletries and stuff that I needed and everything. And so, but I also, you know, food items. I got me a few more food items to have, you know, for lunches and stuff around here, around the house for the next couple of days. And, I checked out. Oh, I finally got me a, I'll show you. I finally got me a net. The last ones I got, you know, was at Dollar Tree. So they were cheap, and it was 3 in a pack. And they were small and flimsy, and they ended up tearing and getting holes in them. So, got this at Walmart. I hope it does better. It's a 2-pack to wash stuff. So now I can finally wash all of my lace. Where does it show it? Yeah. Laces, you know, that a while back I got at the rummage yard sales. And the, you know, the doily type things. And then these things they brought in. Now I'll have to wipe these down with a rag, I suppose. That's the plastic things. But I got that for that. Okay, what else? Got me some medicine and stuff like that. Oh, I got me some more chocolate ice cream on a stick that I can eat. I've been missing that. I was wanting to get me some of the sugar-free chocolate pudding that's in the packs that you just like stick in the refrigerator and get one out and eat it out of the pack, you know. Don't have to make it up. And I don't have it. They're always out of my stuff. Okay. While I was there, I looked at the drawers on wheels. My husband was with me. I long for a day I can go to town by myself, just take my time and go places and stroll and look. And he was in a hurry because he had to get back and finish something up out there. And too, money-wise and all that, it's just always a hassle. Oh, dear God. Anyway, but I looked at the drawers, and it was like 24 something, I think it was. Yeah, I would have liked to have got one, but I didn't even bring that up. But I went on around to where they had the card tables, and I looked at those. And they had some plastic ones, and I looked at the price, and the plastic ones were 30 something. And then I looked at the regular style ones, and I was totally shocked. Because I remember back in the day, back when I first got married, or when we lived in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and my kids were little, I longed to have a card table so that we could set up and play games on. But they were like $40-something, and I never did have the money. That was too high for Albert, and I never did have the money to get it, and blah, 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 blah. So, when I seen this one, and I seen the price on it, $26 and something. That, in my eyes, is cheap for a card table, people. And I even told Albert, I said, that's cheap. I said, because I told him, I said, they used to be $40-something. And so I didn't really expect anything, but I just simply and calmly asked, can I get this tonight? He took it and put it in the buggy, and so I brought it home. So that's one. still need to get one more, you know, for the ideal that I have about changing my room around and everything. So, got one. Here we go. There it is. Folding table. One of the square. So, it's black on top. I guess that's okay. It sounds like cardboard. Maybe that's why it's $26 and something. Maybe they used to all be metal and good. We just noticed so high. Now they make them cardboard. Okay. Alright, so guys, I wanted to show y'all that and tell you about that. I'm getting excited. I don't know when I'll get to get everything that I want. And I don't know when I'll get to start changing my room around. I finally told him I wanted to change, because he asked where I was going to put that. And I told him I want to change my room around. You know, I think it'd give us some more room. And so he knows. He knows I can't do it by myself. So just whenever I can get him to help me. So, wish me luck that will be soon. Alright guys, that's it for tonight. So, I am going to say, until tomorrow, I'm done, I'm gone. Toodaloo.